Jeremiah, Steps Pressure Washing and More. We're out here in Andrew, North Carolina today. We're going to be heading to Clayton and Willow Spring. Hopefully 2 quick jobs today. We've got the heat index. I think it's getting up to about 108 today, so we're going to be trying to get back in before the afternoon gets too far away from us. I do have my igloo. Do have the igloo packed up, full of ice water. We are not taking the big ladder today because we are not adding on anything extra. We're getting out, doing a couple house washes, coming back. I don't like to mess with that heat index. Alright, so apparently my pressure hose was dangling the whole way here out the bottom of the trailer. And I'm going to see about changing out that quick connect fitting because I don't think it's going to hook up to anything. I might be wrong. I'm not the best at this, but pretty sure that's not working. Alright, so I burned a solid 30 minutes messing with my 200 feet of hose that are on the reel. I've currently got my spare 100 that I keep on the trailer just in case. I was not able to disconnect the 50 from the 150. It is rusted shut. But hey, we're back in business. We're going to make this work today. So right up here we've got good bit of algae growth up here in this corner. Not sure if you can see it, but definitely got some green. Right down here around this faucet, I'm seeing a lot of oxidation. Probably just from where the faucet sprays. Some of that might come off, but it might not all. Beautiful blue vinyl house. So it's showing all of the white oxidation that's currently on there. Here we've got a little bit of oxidation. This is the sunnier side. Not too bad overall though. For being the sunny side. On blue, normally you'd see a lot more on here. A little bit. Alright. So definitely not too long since this has been pressure washed, but we're going to knock it out today because we are running behind on the hottest day of the year so far. So I really don't want to be out here too long. Hang tight. Alright, so again we are only working with 100 feet of hose today. Had an edge sheared off of the pressure hose. So we ended up not having a quick connect fitting. And I just wasn't able to get it off of there. I tried to disconnect the 50 foot from the 150, which would have been our best case scenario. But unfortunately it is corroded and rusted shut, so I wasn't able to get the quick connect that attaches the two together. So this is a good learning day for me. WD-40 or rim oil in the truck. As soon as I get home, I'm putting a can in there. Maybe a little bit of brake free. Or maybe I just need to add a little bit of lubrication to my weekly, monthly, quarterly maintenance that I'm not the best at doing, but I try to be good at. Try to do it when I can. Again, this is a very hot day, so we are not going to be giving this a lot of dwell time. A lot of what we're doing today is just going to be trying to keep it all wet, especially on the sunnier areas, because I think our heat index is already over 100 for today, so let's just not mess around. Switch that over from fan to needle up here in this corner real easy. And this is the M5 twist. Shoot about a 1% mix today. We shoot that every day. We tried 0.8 for a little while. It didn't hit the spider webs the way we wanted it to, so we're going back up to the 1% because it gets everything we need. I mean, I don't want to be too cheap here. You know, I know SH is not getting cheaper, but we also want to do the job well. We want to do it in a reasonable amount of time. Up there in those peaks, no issue. Not much wind today. That is one good thing about North Carolina, especially the Raleigh area. When it's hot, there's absolutely no cool breeze to speak of. So that might benefit us. Wintertime though, we're fighting the wind constantly. Alright, I'm going to let this side hang out. I'm going to go rinse the back and we're going to keep moving. Alrighty, so I am getting reused to I guess, how fast I transition from soap over to rinse and rinse to soap using only 100 feet of hose. It is almost instant compared to 200. I don't know. I've just been using 200 feet all year. And it works. I mean, what can I say? Anyway, so what I want to talk about right now is I don't know, probably $100 hose we lost this morning. If I can't fix that quick connect fitting, I definitely am not going to be running around all week. I mean, this is our first job of the week. I'm not going to be running all around all week trying to save a little bit of money by running around with a 100-foot hose, doing the run around on every house. I like to be able to wrap all the way around and then just work my way back to the truck. Time is of the essence, especially because we're running a 4-gallon per minute machine. We're not going super fast. So I just want to talk a little bit about charging accordingly for what you're doing. Again, we have a heat index today that's going to be 108. And that is dangerous. It really is. So if you don't take precaution, and you can get really, really sick. So you're out here doing this for $100 a house with 108-degree weather, you're going to quit. Your employees are going to quit if you're not paying everybody adequately. If it's not worth your time and it's not worth their time, then why do it? Also, the hose that got damaged today is $100. So that would have made today's house wash right here a wash. I would have been doing this in 108-degree weather for free, just so that I could replace that one hose. And the $99 guy has been really bugging me lately. Like, I think it was last week, I got a call to do gutters on a 4,000 square foot house. And it was a very elaborate 4,000 square foot house. It was not a box. It was lots of peaks and lots of valleys. I'm going to turn you around here, because what I'm getting at is I quoted them a fair price, cleaned their gutters out. They hadn't done it in over a year. And they called me back a little while later and said, I found someone to do it for $99. It's probably going to be a 4-hour job for one person. And if that person's not paying taxes, that person's not paying insurance, that person's not paying for any equipment, they're just going up with a ladder and scooping it out by hand. Wow, they made $25 an hour to work in the 100-plus degree weather. No thank you. So guys, really, what are you worth? What are you valued at? Really take a minute to think about that. I'm going to get this thing rinsed. This is our last side, so hang on. We'll see if we can get this finished up and wrapped up and move on. You got to make sure you stay hydrated. Oh yeah. Alrighty, so we are here at job number 2 for the day. Doing a quick walk around, noting a little bit of damage. Lawnmower hole here in the front of the house. We did have to park in the driveway just to kind of make that 100-foot of hose work. Unfortunately, this is a long house. No, I mean, not unfortunately. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just a little different than what we were doing before, where we weren't having to make that 100-foot stretch so far. As we come around here, not too bad. Do have some solar that we're going to be rinsing from the ground. We're just using water today. Come around here to the back. And this is the north side. Definitely in need of some attention here. Over, I get a little bit of an angle. You can see it a little better. Nice and green. It does look like this window is slightly cracked, so we're going to be going a little easier on that. We're going to hit all of this lattice under here too. It's got a lot of growth. It's just a lot of dinge. Doesn't look great, so we're going to brighten that up for him real quick. I was actually right next door a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and this gentleman came out and said, "Hey, I want to get on your schedule." So we made that work. Both of our jobs today were by word of mouth. One was from a word of mouth from a realtor, and the other one was word of mouth just from the next door neighbor. And again, I think this gentleman said he just used a Lowe's house wash mix where you hook it up to your water hose. So he did get this somewhat clean. You can definitely see over here a lot of effort was made, a valiant effort at that, but still left behind a lot of mold. And so we're going to get that knocked out. Alright, well, I swear I just heard a cat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the hoses pulled, and we are going to get this thing washed so that we can get back home with the air conditioning on. Alright, hang tight. Alright, so I am standing fully extended, and I am just barely able to hit everything I need to hit. So we are just going to make this work today. And I'm thinking I'm going to set up a vise on the trailer. Good snail marks on this one. I would very much like to be able to change those quick connect fittings out, or just to have a third hand, you know. So I'm thinking vise set up on the trailer rail, so that I'm not screeching around the corner at a customer's house. Luckily this customer's not home to see how terribly unprofessional I'm looking right now. All they're going to see is the finished product. It will be nice and clean. And not so green. Going for a thorough saturation just because I am kind of shooting from a little distance. Make sure I'm getting everything. Luckily, again, no wind today, so that is great for reaching. Not so great for the heat index. I think right now we are at 105 on heat index, so I'm hoping to get out of here before we max out for the day at 108, which is again the hottest day we've had so far this year. Not the day that I would want to be messing around with my hoses. For fun, you know. Gonna do the fence gate real quick. brighten that up. It's very, very green. Most of this house is not super bad, so we're going to try and touch up what we can just to wow the customer when he gets home. I'm not going to go all the way down this fence line, but we're going to at least get this white vinyl right here in the front. Something he's going to see every day, you know. Alright, so I just finished washing the front, and this last side over here, I peeked my head around over here to the green side, and it came out really good. Really good. It's not perfect. It's got a lot, still needs to be rinsed off of it. I got a little bit of green over here on this windowsill, so I am going to actually move the truck. I'm going to rewash just these two sides back here in this corner, because again, this was the worst side. It needs the most attention, and it was the farthest away from where I parked. So again, using 100 feet of hose is not ideal, but it's going to have to get the job done today. So maybe I'll have a 150 as my backup and get a new 200. But I'm going to go ahead and roll up real quick, move the truck, and unroll, and we're going to finish this up. Hang tight. Alrighty, so this one is all done. I'm wrapping up now. Just kind of closing the gates behind me. And I'm glad I came back. Took a check at this one from a better angle. Just really seeing that some was still left behind, so I came back and hit it real quick. Down here on this lattice, it did not, my 1% mix really just didn't do what I wanted it to do, but took a little bit of the dinge off, and hopefully that's pretty good. The customer didn't ask for it. It's usually not included. I just wanted to do a little something nice while I was here. But I think this fence line, this is going to be my nice thing to do while I'm here. Again, I did not wear any gloves on this job, so I'm going to be in trouble when I get home. I've got bleach hands. Here we go. But the job is done. And even with a couple issues we had today, primarily just that hose. So I'm going to have to do a better job of wrapping that thing up. And it's now kind of peak heat, so all I can say is you guys be safe out there, take plenty of water breaks, and I'll see you guys in a day or two.